first we'll start from your film Namastey London. What is the storyline of Namastey London? Because London, it's a story of India or
Yeah.
London?
The story of both. It's a story of the clash between the two. It's basically a film about the very logical and problematic differences which you would expect to arise between two people who are very different and two people who are think black and white and night and day, and they don't want to see eye to eye and don't like my character in the film does not like anybody challenging her and trying to control her in any way, and I think that's kind of creates a very big rift between the two of them.
Once again, you are playing English girl, and uh, just fall in love with a Desi
Yeah.
boy. So, what is
It was
your
a very
character?
fun character for me to play. There was a lot of experiences which I could use from my own experiences growing up in London, and Akshay's playing a Punjabi boy, and which he is, and I'm playing an NRI, which I also am. I've grown up in London, so it was a chance for I think both of us to really portray a lot of ourselves, our own characters in the film, and I think that made the film very special. There's a lot of our own personalities which you'll see in the film.
What do you want to say about Akshay Kumar? Because this is the second movie.
Yeah,
For
he's a great co-star, tremendously supportive. He's tremendously focused on his work, and that really makes you also have to focus equally. And I never feel conscious in front of him, which for me is a very big help as an actor and also in this early stages.
Secondly, you're wearing Indian outfit.
That's in the portion where he's his dream sequences where he's thinking, this is what I'm going to do now.
There is also a song called Rabba Rabba, and
Rafta, Rafta.
Rafta Rafta, and you're fighting with him
Yeah.
and enjoying. What is the song is about?
That song is basically Akshay's dream sequence in the film where he's dreaming that this is what my life is going to be like when I marry this girl, which is not what it's like. So it's a want to be song.
You are wearing a very nice locket. It's a religious thing. So do you believe in religion? Like, are you religious?
Obviously, yeah, I think that it's a very important thing. I think every human being has to have a belief in a higher power. Otherwise, I think life could be slightly depressing and morbid. So yeah, I think it is important.
Uh, about films, how do you choose a film? Do you, read the script and choose it?
Obviously, at this stage, you have to choose good projects, good setups which people are going to see, which you feel will be projected in the right way. But at the same time, Namaste London is a film for me which really was a chance for me to perform and a chance for the audience to get to see more of me and what I'm like. So it was a good experience for me to get this film at this stage in my career.
We heard that you dubbed for the film.
Yes,
So your part.
yes.
How was it?
It was hard work, and Vipul required a difference. He wanted an accent for a girl growing up in London, and he really wanted to retain that. And I argued with him, and we had fights, but we really came out with, I think, a good end result.
So when we'll see you in full-fledged Hindi film, like when you dub for yourself in Hindi?
Well, I'm dubbing this film in Hindi.
No, like full-fledged Hindi film, like there is no accent, just.
Oh, okay. In that way. Well, after this, I have 4 releases releasing in the next 6 months, and I'm dubbing them all myself, and they are non-NRI roles, so they will be normal Hindi.
Apart from this film, I would like to ask you, like, you have a very nice skin, very nice complexion. So, what is the, secret behind that complexion?
I just think that you should always watch your diet, be a little careful what you eat. Indian food tends to be very spicy and very oily, 2 things which your body will fight against. So I don't eat foods which contain much oil. I don't eat foods which contain spice because I don't like it. So I think people need to realize diet plays a very big part in your skin, your complexion.
So, do you believe in exercise?
I do. Exercise is very important. Last year I was very kind of working too hard. I wasn't getting the time, but this year I've really kind of made a more conscious effort to, get back into yoga, gymming, and everything.
We would like to know more about Namaste London, like any particular scene which is very comedy and you felt very.
The portion in Punjab where me and Akshay meet each other and get, kind of have our initial interactions, that's by far and away my favorite portion in the film. I think it really came out well. Akshay is tremendously funny in those portions, and I just think it shows the content of these 2 characters together and really what they're at their best worst, I guess you could say. Really on top form, really trying to get on each other's nerves. So.
This is your fourth film, and you have done three
Yes,
films.
yes.
But that three films have not done so good.
Well, actually, I think I'll have to speak from factual rather than hearsay. The films have done very well. I have not achieved what maybe some people achieve in a first film and they right away have complete acceptance. Sorry, Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya was a hit film. Sarkar was a super hit film, and Humko Deewana, I think that did not fare so well at the box office. So, in average, I probably have had more successful films, but maybe I didn't portray the roles, or those roles were not accepted so openly or across the board by the audiences. So I guess Namastey London is a chance, as I said, for people to see a lot more of me, and we can only hope that that works better.
There is any very nice film or very interesting project in your pipeline?
Many of them. I mean, I like all the films which are coming. There's Apne, which is a film with the deals. And then there's two comedies, Welcome, which is Anis Pasmi's film, and David's film called Partner, which is with Govinda and Salman. And then there's a thriller, which is with Abbas Mustan, and that's, again, a very different kind of role for me.
Yeah, Katrina, how did Bollywood happen? I mean, you are not comfortable speaking Hindi. You are more comfortable in speaking English. Then why didn't you try Bollywood? And why only Bollywood?
Well, it's my life and it's my choice. That's a choice I made.
How did you get an offer? First time offer?
I think when one is in the modeling industry in India, it kind of, films tend to be a natural progression, and that's, I guess, how things are normally working here.
So do you think that modeling in a way is a gateway to Bollywood?
It can be. There's many gateways, and everyone has different paths to destiny. You never know life, but it's obviously because people see your face and they get to know you, and then accordingly, if you want to try or if you feel that it's the right thing to do, then they do.
Are there any roles in your mind that these are the kind of roles which you would like to do in future?
There are many films I would like to do. I would eventually like to do a very intense film. I would like to do a film which is, a hardcore romantic film. I have a long way to go, and the journey is long and far.
How comfortable are you in dancing?
I enjoy dancing. I think dancing is something which you have to just kind of enjoy it and feel it. And I've also done a lot of dancing, actually probably more dancing in my South films than I have in my Hindi films.
Okay, do you think that choreography, up to some extent, is also responsible to attract the audience towards the cinema hall?
I don't know many things. I mean, lately, up to nowadays, we're seeing films which have such huge songs, and the films are not working. Huge in terms of picturization and big music and dancers and such a large scale. Yet the films don't take an opening. So there's no answer to that question. I think the box office is a mystery that we have yet to solve.
So now, lastly, what are your expectations from the film?
Obviously, I have great hopes from the film, and I really wish for this film to do well, and can only pray.
So do we see a different and changed Katrina in this film?
Let's see, I don't know. Audience makes up its mind on their own. Whatever you wish to tell them, they still see what they will see. So.
अक्षय का सपोर्ट कैसा रहा आपके साथ पूरी फिल्म में?
He's a great actor to work with. He's somebody who really gives you a lot of confidence, and he makes you very comfortable. It's never that you feel awkward with him, or he's also very focused. For him, his work is his focus and his priority, and nothing is going to come in the way of his concentration. And that is something which is very important to learn as an actor.
Okay, सुनने में आया था कि लंदन में अक्षय ने आपके साथ शॉपिंग में भी आपके लिए मदद करी शॉपिंग के दौरान.
No. I did the shopping for my film with Rocky, yes, who's a designer here, and obviously I've been from London, so I know a lot of the shops and